So I have been kind of hesitating on filming this because I feel a little weird talking about it and I don't know why, but I thought I would go ahead and film this video because I have been wanting to, and I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it and announce finally on here that I am pregnant. After being married for just over a year, Jeremy got the baby fever a little bit sooner than I did, but we are expecting our first child in September. According to the doctors, I am 18 weeks today, and I'm very excited. I'm in my 5th month, and I think that it still hasn't hit me. It's still a little surreal to me to think that I'm going to be a mommy, and we're going to have a new little one in the house running around soon. Yeah, so I thought that I would go ahead and film this video and go ahead and update my channel, since I haven't at all almost since I posted my last videos, and go ahead and combine my previous channel with my family vlogs and vacations and stuff like that, and just go ahead and mesh this into one big channel, because this is everything that I'm passionate about, and my passion for my family is about to grow a little bit more. So I have a list here, and I'm going to go ahead and just start from the beginning and as quickly as possible update about what's been going on these past 18 weeks and what symptoms I've had, I guess. So we found out that I was pregnant December 29th was when I found out I was pregnant, and I went to the doctor that same day and confirmed it with the doctor, and they confirmed that I was 5 weeks at that point. Jeremy and I had been trying to conceive, and I don't think that either of us thought that we were going to get so lucky and be so blessed so soon, because it took both of our parents over a year to conceive both of us. So, you know, we were expecting to hopefully be trying to have a baby around February of 2015, and we were blessed much sooner after only a couple months trying, and I truly am grateful and very thankful that we didn't have any kind of issues getting pregnant and starting a family, because it is something that has always been a little bit concerning to me, and I've always kind of hoped that we would never have any issues getting pregnant and stuff, and so once it was finally time to do so, I'm very thankful and very blessed that we had no problem at all, oddly enough. So I was a little surprised, to say the least, when I saw the pregnancy test, and actually the multiple tests, and there was a positive. Actually, if you want to see kind of how I was reacting and kind of how my day went the day that I found out that we were pregnant, you can click down below, or click over here somewhere in the video, and I will link that video that I kind of vlogged that day and kind of how I was feeling. Anyways, so it didn't take us long to decide that we really wanted to tell our family. It actually only took us a couple days to tell them all. Maybe it was because it was the holidays and it was New Year's Eve and it was exciting and we wanted to go ahead and tell, or because I can't keep a secret, or something like that. But we did end up telling our family really soon, and I am thankful that we did that, because it's been a lot of fun with my family and his family, being able to talk about things and kind of plan things. And yeah, so we told them very soon, but we waited until I was actually 13 weeks until we posted on any kind of social media website or anything like that, and told kind of people who weren't really close to us that we were expecting. And I initially was waiting until 12 weeks, until the safe time, whatever. I'm kind of whatever about it, but I just wanted to be cautious, I guess. I don't know. But I was in a production and I was super busy with that, and so we really just never got around to taking a picture or doing something fun to announce our pregnancy. So we actually waited until week 13 to announce to anybody who had not already previously known that we were expecting, and that was really fun to get all the encouraging and supportive feedback from both friends, family, and just people who hadn't talked to in a really long time who still show their support, and that was really nice to have. So yeah. Okay, so as far as symptoms go, it's been a little bit up and down for me because, you know, one day I'm gonna have super amount of energy, and then the next I don't want to get out of bed and I don't want to do anything and I'm not motivated at all, which has been a little bit of an issue with getting to classes and staying involved in my degree and my program with school to finish up. So thankfully I've had really amazing professors this year who've kind of been really understanding about me not feeling my best in class and stuff like that. As far as morning sickness and being nauseous goes, I think that I was really lucky because I was super nauseous in the beginning, and but it had never gotten to the point of me actually throwing up until week 13 and 14. And luckily it was just in that gap so far. Luckily it was just in that gap that I actually physically was sick, and that those 2 weeks were not fun. They were exhausting in a way that just physically exhausting, that I was just not able to keep anything down, and which made me even more tired than I already was, and I actually ended up losing a lot of weight, including pretty much all the weight that I had put on before that in the pregnancy, and then some. So far everything is going good, and I'm eating right, and I'm gaining the weight that the doctors are wanting me to gain, but I'm not going crazy, which is nice. And I think that week 13 and 14 phase kind of helped that. I will say that it wasn't fun, and I was a little concerned since I wasn't able to keep anything down, that I wasn't really getting the nutrients and the goodness that my baby needs. But I got through it, and since then things have been pretty good. I have gained weight, but it's been at the mark that my doctor set for me, and I'm on track to having a healthy pregnancy. Other than that, who isn't tired, but I've been super tired, and with this past couple of weeks, like within the past week or so, I have had a burst of energy, and I'm happy and I'm excited to be up and out and get ready, and I haven't felt that the past couple of weeks in the entire pregnancy. I haven't felt that at all, but it's been nice to have the energy to get up and join the world for a little while, if you will. So I'm hoping that continues, and I'm hoping that I keep up this energy, since I guess I could go ahead and go into this, that since the beginning of the year, since we found out that we're pregnant, I've worked on 6 shows, whether it's been in them or have been choreographing all over North Georgia, and several different companies and groups that I've been working with, and it's been amazing because I have been able to save up, and we'll be able to stay at home with the baby once they get here, and I won't have to work and worry about that kind of thing for a little while, and can be a stay-at-home mommy and hopefully continue this vlog and really get into documenting our everyday life and the growth of the baby, and it should be fun. So I'm really thankful for my ability to be able to work and fight through the tiredness and the sickness and stuff like that, to be able to have the opportunity to be at home later in the year. Wrapping up my symptoms, I have really had no problem getting to sleep, which is amazing because I love me some sleep, and so I've really not had any kind of difficulty getting to sleep. I will say that it kind of is starting to freak me out that I will go to sleep on my side, and then in the middle of the night will wake up and I'm on my back, and I don't know how to solve that issue. I know that it's really bad to be sleeping on my back, but I don't know how to not do it in the middle of the night. So I'll have to figure something out for that, because I know the further I get along, the worse that's going to be for me. And lastly, I guess it's really not a symptom, like a new symptom because of pregnancy, but I've always had a really bad lower back problem, and every now and then just strenuous things that I'm doing, or overtime if I'm really involved in something physical for a long amount of time, my lower back will really start giving me problems. And I'm starting to sense that that is going to be something that might be an issue for me as I continue through the pregnancy, because I'm starting to, well, as of right now, I'm a server over somewhere, and I'm thankful that I'm not really having to carry things that are really heavy right now. Well, I wouldn't be anyways, but it's not anything that's super physically demanding as far as lifting and stuff like that. But even standing up in the shower for the amount of time that I'm in there, I start to feel my back kind of not pulling, but there's just a little bit of tenderness and a little bit of uncomfortableness when I'm standing up just for that amount of time. So I have a feeling, and I'm praying that this isn't going to be something that's really going to be an issue for me, but I have a feeling that it might be something that I need to talk to my doctor about and just be on the watch for, because it is starting to kick in, and I am starting to feel back pains sooner, and probably a lot more than someone at this point in the pregnancy. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't know. Maybe it's just hormones kicking in and things are adjusting in there, and yeah. Along with that, my tailbone has really been acting up. Like, I've never been one to have a bony butt or by any means, but when I sit down, it's almost like I can feel my butt bones like digging into the thing that I'm sitting in, and it's really uncomfortable sometimes. And I think maybe that might have something to do with my back as well. But those are the only other two things that I can really think of being something that's going on during this pregnancy. Other than that, it's been pretty smooth sailing, which is amazing for me, and I'm really thankful for, especially getting through this last semester of school and just trying to hang in there. So I've been really thankful for that. But that's pretty much all the symptoms that I can think of as of right now, and I guess I'll just have to keep updates on other symptoms that come up. What else do I want to say? So like I said, I am 18 weeks today actually, and Jeremy and I have our next ultrasound planned for next Tuesday on the 14th, which I'm really excited about because, well, I would be really excited about because we would know the sex of the baby, and I am excited because I'm going to get to know, you know, all the details about the growth of the baby and how things are developing, and you know, if there's anything that we need to be worrying about or something like that, which is why I'm anxious. It's kind of knowing how the progression is happening and how my baby is doing, and so I'm anxious, but am sure that everything is going to be just fine, and we are going to have a beautiful little baby in September. And our plan is to not look when the gender comes along in the ultrasound, and we're gonna have a little envelope and have them put in the envelope the sex of the baby, and then we have a gender reveal party planned with, I think there's end up being about 22 people who are going to end up coming. So it's quite a large thing for something like this, but it's still a tight-knit kind of thing with our closest family and friends, and we're going to have a cookout, and it should be a lot of fun. And then we're going to reveal the gender to not only our family and friends, but also to ourselves. If we can stay strong and not look before then. That's going to be really difficult, and I know Jeremy is going to need a lot of encouragement and a lot of support not to look, because he is just as impatient as I am, especially with things like this. So I guess I'll keep updated about how that is going. But I am really excited to know the gender. A lot of people have been asking lately, do you want it to be a boy or a girl? And I'm like, I know it's cliche and I know it's kind of silly to say, but I truthfully would be happy either way. My biggest concern is that they are happy and they are healthy. That is the biggest thing that I want. I can't sit here and say that I want a boy or that I want a girl more. It's a different kind of feeling. Of course everybody's going to want a little mini you, and so having a girl would be absolutely amazing and would be a blessing, but having a little boy to be a mama's boy and to hang out with dad, and it would be just as big of a blessing as the little girl would be. So truthfully and honestly, I don't care what it is, to be honest with you. I just want it to be healthy, and so that's my biggest concern. So that is pretty much it, I think, and is all that I really wanted to update on this video to get us up to date on how this pregnancy has gone and what I've been experiencing. I'm really thankful for the ease of my pregnancy. I think that I've had it pretty easy compared to some of the other things that I've heard, and I'm really thankful that I've had pretty much no complications so far, and knock on wood, I hope that continues. So my plan at this point is to do a video weekly or a bi-weekly kind of update to keep everybody, at least myself, who may be the only one who watches these videos, and it's something that I can look back on later, or my family who watches, or anybody else who is watching. Keep everybody updated about how this journey is going through my pregnancy, as well as film some videos about events that are happening, like the gender reveal party, and maybe we'll do a vlog the day of the ultrasound next week, and little things like that leading up to the day that babykins is born, as well as hopefully, fingers crossed, continuing to vlog once baby is here, since I'm going to be able to stay at home and really focus on just being a mommy and any other kind of things that come our way. Oh, before I go, I wanted to mention that I filmed Jeremy's reaction as well as both of our families and a couple of friends' reactions that are really fun, and I will have the videos linked down below if you are at all interested in watching those. They are going to be so much fun to look back on later. Some of the reactions are priceless, and if you are interested in seeing those, click the link down below and be looking out for any more videos coming your way. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye!